Hi, good morning. Well, welcome to Khajuraho. And as you can see, Khajuraho, this section here is a sort of a village, and in the western part of this village lies what's so-called some of the most beautiful Hindu temples in the world. And right now we're going to explore these temples. Sadly, tickets are not to be bought offline, so I had to buy it online. And the guy in the hotel, he helped me because they were not accepting my card. But yeah, we are ready to go right now. We are in the outer side of the temples now, and in this western complex there are like more than 8 temples in different sizes, but for the moment I am just trying to find a way to enter, and once we enter we will start exploring all these temples one by one. Actually, this is the only section here where you have to buy tickets to enter the western group of temples. For the eastern part, for example, you don't have to buy tickets. And yeah.
Hello.
We're just approaching. I'm fine, and you?
From?
I'm from Egypt. How about you?
Huh?
I'm from Egypt. How about
Egypt.
you? Where are you
Wow,
from?
Red Sea.
What?
Red Sea is in Egypt, right?
And pyramids.
In pyramids. Where are you going, man?
I'm going inside.
You have a ticket?
Yes, I have a ticket.
Can we speak later if you have time, dude?
Yes, we'll speak later. Why not? Okay, man. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, this guy have a very good accent. Hey man, how are you? What's up? No, thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Make me good luck early in the morning.
Thank you so much, sir. So yeah, I think we are approaching the gates right now. Entry from here?
No, you're going to Western group and just
Yes, Western.
Western group and buying ticket online.
I have ticket. Where is
You have ticket?
Yes.
Where you ticket? And mobile?
Yes, mobile.
This way.
Entry is that way.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You go to straight,
What?
back, then after that.
Okay, thank you. No, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. No. Okay, boss. Thank you so much. I will think about it later, not now. I'm sorry. I just have to go. Thank you. I have ticket, yes. Yes, thank you.
See you later, come back.
Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I will.
My name is Raju.
Raju, okay, sir. Nice
Your
to meet
name?
you. Anwar. Okay.
This is my face. I am very good price.
Okay. Okay. I will think about it. Okay. Okay, Raju, sir. Okay. Thank you. So yeah, sometimes Google Maps are confusing. Like there are many gates, but they have to make you walk further a little bit. I don't know why, but it's alright. We'll just keep walking till we find the main gate. So yeah, they give you like how to say it, they closed many gates, and then I have to cross around this lake and then go to this main way over there. So this is the gate, and actually it is somehow a smart move, because they make you cross the area where there are shops, where there are sellers, and yeah, it is a marketing way. But anyway, we are approaching our gate. And yes, just found the main gate. No, I have ticket.
Would you like a guide, sir?
No, thank you, sir.
Sir, do you need guide?
No, thank you so much, sir.
Sir, over there. Your ticket is scanned there.
Scan. Oh,
Yeah, no, that.
oh, they're inside. So inside.
Yeah, go straight.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Has some good views here. I mean, like from this side you can see the main temples and the lake in front of them. That's why it gives you like somehow like, yeah, it looks good. But it is one of the few sites that you have only to buy ticket online. If you don't buy it online, then I think there's some sections here you will find many guys who will offer you to buy you the ticket, and of course they will charge fees for purchasing the ticket for you. But it's alright. It's alright. It will not be that much actually. And I think the ticket is supposed to be scanned by the main gates. So let's go. Now we have some pictures of some of these temples. Devi, Jagadambi Temple, Vamana Temple.
One ticket?
Yes, one ticket. Right.
Check your bag.
Yes.
No smoking?
No, no smoke. I no smoke.
No tripod? Tripod?
No, not tripod. Okay, thank you. So yeah, some certain point to start making sure that you have a ticket. Check your bag, and I think that they will check the ticket back again once we cross this area. Finally, we arrived to the entry. Sir. Hello, sir. Yeah, very good, very good.
बैग होगा तो चेक
Yeah, check हो गया.
हो चेक हो गया. You speak all Hindi?
Yeah, speak all Hindi. Do you want to check again?
बस इको टिकट भर बनने 25 रुपया को. 25 को टिकट बनने को. इस वीडियो जैसे बिनते चिंग के रुपया
25
rupees.
Okay.
Where are you come from, sir?
I'm from Egypt.
Egypt.
Yes.
Egypt.
They've changed?
I have no change.
You have no change. 25.
25.
ज्यादा you have a chance मान दर एक माजी में दर
Okay.
वाओ ना
I have 20. 30.
बिनते 5 रुपए दे दूँगा चना.
हाँ तो 10 है ना.
वे इंघरे होते
सब कहीं.
अच्छा वो हाँ चिल्लर.
दो ना उधर
दो.
हम तो चिल्लर भूल गए वो वाले.
हल्ला या अपने रहता ही
तो मतलब अच्छा लगा इंडिया. गुड. खजुराहो.
Yeah, very good.
हाँ.
अभी और कौन है?
कितने हैं
5 ही.
लो. हमारी तरफ से एक गप्पे लो. 6 रुपये.
Okay, I'll find if I have 1 rupees.
Indian coin.
क्या तुम्हें दे दो हमें हम दे दो खुला ही हमें लग तो लोगे से मोहम्मद
अब्दुल्ला
Yeah, also 2 rupees.
ओके नो प्रॉब्लम नो प्रॉब्लम
Okay, okay, thank you.
कह रहे ना तुमने तो ये करो फिर आते रहो
Okay, okay, thank you.
वेलकम
सिगरेट कटा तुम ले बड़ी बड़ी
No, I don't smoke. Okay, thank you. And now we're officially inside this, guys. It was so funny, it was nice also. And now we're officially inside the Khajuraho temple complex, and I can see in front of me like a huge area full of temples, and we have to explore every single one. But remember, let's just have some informations about Khajuraho. Khajuraho was once a capital of what is so called the Chandera, the Chandera dynasty. Yes, as far as I remember. Oh, look at these! Look at this area around us. Now we're approaching one of these main temples. So yeah, Khajuraho was once the capital of the Chandela, the Chandela dynasty. All right, the Chandela dynasty, who ruled over this area, they were originally a Rajasthani dynasty, and they ruled it for a very long time. They say from the 9th century till the 13th century. Something like that. And this area was full of temples, and the most important thing about these temples are the sculptures, because it has a very, very, very erotic sculptures. The reason why they have such, like, you might be asking yourself a question, why such a holy place like a holy temple will possess an erotic figures? Most of it are sexual. Then here comes the philosophy of building these temples like that. What happened is, at some certain point of the life of that kingdom, young men used to go heavily to the forest, seeking to be sadhus, seeking to be yogis, and going after the spiritual life. Then the king of that area, he was afraid that those young men will forget about life itself, will forget about, how to say it, the physical, not the physical life, but the life of pleasure, also the other side of life. So he decided to build these temples in that way, just to remind them that just once they see these sculptures, they will just remember. They will just remember about the life, about the sexual life, about the physical life, about this pleasure part of life. It is very important. So right now we will enter one of these temples, this temple in front of me, and start our exploration. So before entering to the temple, there's something I need to show you here, just to understand the structure of this temple. First, can you see this direction over here? This horse, there is a horse over there. The direction of this horse, it represents the direction of the east. This is the direction of the east, all right? Then we have the Arda Mandeba. Can you see this one here? This one is the Arda Mandeba, which means the entrance. And then we have the Mandeba. This is the Arda Mandeba, and then after it lies the Mandeba. This is the Mandeba, which means the hall. So Arda Mandeba, this is the entrance to the hall. The Mandeba after it, the hall. Then the Maha Mandeba, which is the great hall. The Maha Mandeba, which means the great hall. Then we have, after that, also we have the Sikara. The Sikara, which is a tower. Can you see? I don't know if my hand is going, but this is the tower over there. This is the Sikara. And yes, then and now we have down there, this is the base platform, or as they used to call it, Adistana. And of course we have where is there something else I want to show you? And in the, yes, in the deep top of the Sikara, the tower, there is the Kalasha, like the peak of this tower. Right now we are ready to go inside and explore the first temple in these groups of temples. So yeah, let's go. And of course, next to every section there is a plate that tells you the name of the temple, and also descriptions of this temple. And lucky us, we have also a place here to keep our shoes. The first place here is the Kandarya Mahadeva temple. Kandarya Mahadeva temple means the temple of the great god of the cave, Mahadev. And remember, Mahadev also is a name that was given to Shiva. Most of the western part of the temples are dedicated to Shiva himself. These temples are Hindu temples. In the eastern part lies the Jain temples. And yes, most of the religions at that time here in this area was Hindu and Jainism. Now we're entering. And over here, let's just first take a tour around the temple from outside, and you can see all this fine art, all these sculptures.
तांत्रिक क्रिया है। आपने नाथ संप्रदाय के नाम सुने? गोरखनाथ, चौरंगी नाथ, मच्छिंद्र नाथ, ये योग भी याद है, नाथ संप्रदाय।
And in the middle
ये लोग ऐसी क्रियाओं को करते थे सिद्धि को पाने के लिए। जब सिद्धि की प्राप्ति हो जाती है।
There is a very famous sculpture here. That's what they called the acrobatic sexual. And there in two temples, there is two acrobatic sexual positions. And the only difference that in one of them, in this temple, the male is in the bottom while the female is in the top. In the other temple, the male is in the top while the female is in the bottom. Now I can see it actually by myself.
From Japan?
This one is over here. This is a position where the male is in the bottom and the female is on the top. And you can see there are just many representations of other sexual positions over here. And remember, these were all for educative purposes. It is just so beautiful. Here again, we're having the same style of erotic, of all these sexual positions. All of these things just to balance between the spiritual life and the physical life. Now we're ready to enter to the temple. And now we are inside this temple, and over here lies the representation of Shiva. It is so dark inside, but this light distribution, it adds many mystery to the place over here. Can you see? Even the windows, the light coming of the windows, they are reflecting some of the sculpture, some of the positions over here. You can see this statue, this condition of love. The same thing here. And now we are just experiencing these mighty columns and how beautiful it is. And over there we have this wonderful dome. So this temple was built during the period of King Vidyadhara, one of the rulers of the Chandela dynasty. There is like a shortcut over here. I can move from this temple to the other temple, but I will not do that. I prefer to go down there and then climb to the temple, because I don't want to miss the part where we can read the name of this temple, because this area here will get you really confused, because there are like many temples. But as you can see, these temples somehow at some certain things they look identical, at some other things they are not identical. So let's go to the other temple, which is just next to it. And the garden is so huge over there. Right now we're going to the Jagadambi temple. Okay, recently this image of Parvati, and named after the presently enshrined image of Parvati was originally dedicated to Lord Vishnu. The temple stands on a lofty platform and resembles the Chitragupta temple in respect of plan. A four-armed image of God Vishnu is carved on the door lintel of sanctum. The temple is known for its sculpture establishment. Now let's enter to the temple. And also, let's have a tour around the temples from here. Just imagine the time it took them to decorate the temple, like the amount of details in every single section and the sculptures. Just the amount of dedication and perfectionism to get that temple to look like that. You can see that the columns here, like the decoration. And yes, the temple was dedicated to goddess Parvati, but was also many sculptures of God Vishnu in the sides. As you can see, the representation of Vishnu. Even in the minor details, the very minor details, look at these lovers dancing together, and the early representation of the dragons. All these dancing females. So right now we will leave this section and then we will move to the other section, to the temple over there, and then we will move till we cover all the temples over here. Let's go. Right now we're approaching this temple, which is called Chitragupta temple, and it resembles exactly the Jagadambi temple, which is the second temple over there, the one just in front of us, not not the first one, just the second one that we just left. Now we are going inside, and it's believed that this temple was older than the other temple, and this temple is also famous of some interesting sculptures, like for example in the main hall we are supposed to see a sculpture of Surya on his chariot. Surya is a sun god in Hinduism. Just let's go inside and search for it. Some people still come to this temple as a kind of pilgrimage. Now we will have to discover the temple from outside. So there are like also many important sculptures, like the 11-headed Vishnu, Surya and his horse, but I can't locate it because I know that it is like 2 meters long, half broken statue, and also Brahma and his consort. So let's just check all these sculptures from outside, and some certain point we will be able to identify some of them. Just want to show you this tray of actions, this parade of elephant and horses and riders. You can see how the horse rider is taking a position, the dancers, the elephant here is taking a position, see, right here. The main section here you can see, I think this one represents Brahma and his consort. Here. So I think right now we are going to leave the Chitragupta temple, and actually yes, this temple is also dedicated to Shiva. It's a Shiva temple. I wanted actually to see the statue of the broken statue of Surya riding his 7 horses chariot, but I don't know, I just can't identify it, or maybe it is not there anymore. I'm not really sure, but at least we saw Brahma and his consort, and also the 11 faces Vishnu. Actually, it's not 11 faces Vishnu, it's like Vishnu and his 10 phase of incarnation. It's like one of the stories of the creation of the universe. Anyway, right now we are leaving this temple, the Chitragupta temple, and we are moving forward to explore the other important temples here in the same area here in Khajuraho. So let's go. Since it will be somehow a little bit long walk till I reach the temple over there, let's talk a little bit about Khajuraho, the historians who mentioned it. In fact, with the invasion of Mahmud of Ghazni, an important historian, he combined his campaign, and his name was Al-Bayruni. He mentioned Khajuraho of being a city of a great importance, of a main religious hub. There was a great kingdom here, and this was the capital of that kingdom. And the first mention, historical mention of Khajuraho, you see, was by a Chinese, actually, by a Chinese explorer. Anyway, mostly Al-Bayruni, then Ibn al-Athir, he was also a historian, an Arab historian, who mentioned Khajuraho in his writings, and also Ibn Battuta, who was also a great traveler. He mentioned Khajuraho as a city of sands, as sadhus, and he mentioned that in this city lived some sort of sadhus who had dedicated themselves to meditation till their skin became yellow, so pale, and became yellow, and he mentioned them as people with very great powers. Now we are reaching this temple, and the more the sculptures reveal itself, the more you start somehow feeling satisfied. Anyway, let's approach this temple. If I'm not mistaken, this might be Vishwanath temple, or not. No, it's not Vishwanath temple. It is now, yeah, Vishwanath temple is the one on the other side, the great one on the other side. This is the Nandi shrine, and wait, I'm not mistaken, this is the Nandi shrine, and yes, this is the Vishwanath temple. I am true, I'm right. And of course we'll have to put our shoes here. And one thing about the Vishwanath temple, you see, even the name of Vishnu is driven from this from it, but it is also dedicated to Lord Shiva. And we have two parts here: the Nandi shrine, the detached Nandi pavilion forms an integral part of the Shem. The square pavilion rests on 12 pillars enclosed in a low elaborate of plain. It has a pyramidal roof, a massive image of Nandi, vehicle of Shiva, in a shrine facing towards Vishwanath temple. So yeah, and here among the Khajuraho temples is the finest and the best preserved example of Chandela architecture, and is dedicated to Lord Shiva. It is used to be Banshatana shrine, but now out of its 4 subsidiary shrines, only 2, northeast and southeast, exist. The structure shows all the elements of a development. Temples include the Mukha Mandapa, the Maha Mandapa, and it was built during King Danga. Yes, I know. I knew about King Danga. So yeah, King Danga is also one of the kings who built temples here in Khajuraho. I like the entry. We have these 2 major elephants over here, and then we have on this side, that's where we have the Nandi shrine, and inside the Nandi shrine, that's what represents as a chariot of Shiva. We just take a tour outside it first, and you can see just decorated by elephants from all the sides. Now we just go inside. This is what they call the Jyoti, and the Jyoti is also a representation of Lord Shiva. Anyway, right now there is an important thing I want to see around this temple. I think it is in the other side, because in the Mahadeva temple there was this sexual statue where the male was in the bottom and the female was in the top. I think here we have a sculpture, but it is the opposite, where the female is in the bottom and the male is on the top. Even here we can see all these sculptures. Yes, exactly. I told you I will find it. I told you I will find it. Over there. Can you see? This one, 1, 2, 3. This one over there. This one in the top. This one is completely the opposite in the Mahadeva temple. Here we can find that the female is in the bottom. We can see that from the priests, and I'm sorry, and the male is in the top over there, and you can see all the other sexual and erotic sculptures. So right now, first we will just go inside the temple itself, check the temple from inside, and then we will take a tour around the walls of the temple. There's also, this is a Jyoti of Shiva, and I think these are the faces of Vishnu. I'm not really sure. I think so. The temple is quite busy inside, so I think it will be better to take our tour from outside and then to go around it. So remember when I told you before that the temples that end with the part Nath are considered to be a very important temples. Vishwanath, Kedarnath. These temples has a very significant representation, especially of Shiva himself. And yes, this one is very this one is very funny because this is representing okay, Ganesha, but Ganesha here is taking somehow a dancing position. He is standing in a very curvy way. This is one of the most beautiful representations of Ganesha I ever seen. Now I want to show you also this parade, starting from the dancers, the elephants, the horse, the dancers, the elephants. Oh, it's very interesting that there are no horses here, no horse rider. No, there is a horse rider starting from here at this point. There is a horse rider. And yes, here we still have the same erotic statues of love, of passion, of, how to say it, just full of passion. Again, all the statues of these dancers, of gods and goddesses, of Shiva himself over here. I can identify Shiva easily by the snake around him. And again, this is my favorite section. This is my favorite section over here. This is like for me, this is one of the finest parts. How to say it, the left side of this temple and the right side of the Mahadeva temple. So right now we'll go and explore the temple from inside, but I will not speak louder because many people are there meditating, exploring. You can see also the reflection of the sun over these major statues. All these dancers this side, and this was like the mythical animal that represented a dragon at the time. This is also So over here, we're standing in front of the linga of Shiva, and you can see that the linga is aligning completely with the duty of Shiva over there. So you can see this is the top of the linga, and if we go directly, we will find and this side you can see the duty of Shiva. So both the linga of Shiva and the duty of Shiva are aligned completely, and this was here the Vishwanath temple. Now we will go to explore the other smaller temples in the other side, but before we go, also you can see there were supposed to be 4 of these here, but now we have only 2. We have this one and we have another one, and I believe they were dedicated to Vishnu, and in front of it there was a duty of Shiva. Right now we're going inside Bhartabeshwar temple, this temple over here, and it was built, it's like relatively a new temple, and you can feel like how new it is, and it was built during the king of Partaba Singh of Chhatarpur state, after whose name the temple was named. So yeah, let's go inside the temple, and you can see the dome of this temple is completely different than the structure of the other dome. Still watching. Namaste. I'm from Egypt, and you can see here also the temple is dedicated to Shiva. We have the linga of Shiva, and we have also the duty of Shiva over here. So the temple is somehow small, without no major decorations, but the special thing about it is the outer design, and you can see that how the dome is completely different, and the structure is much more here one, the small one of the hall, of the entrance to the hall, how it is somehow round. So yeah, let's go to the other small temples, and then we will go explore these 2 major temples over there. And right now we are in front of Lakshmana temple, and Lakshmana temple, this is the only temple here in this set of temples that is dedicated to Vishnu. The other temples, like almost all of it, dedicated to Shiva, but this is the only one dedicated to Vishnu, um, the creator of the universe. It was built by Yashovarma, not King Digamba. King Digamba is the one who built Vishwanath temple, but Lakshmana temple was built by Yashovarman, and also in the same era. So yeah, let's go and discover this temple with a structure outside. I'm sorry, with the architect, the structure, and also all the sculptures outside. So outside, next to this wall, there is this temple, and this is the only working temple right now here. You can see in the outside part, this is Ganesha, statue of Ganesha, and you can see here elephants. And we can see here also the same idea, the same love sculptures over there in this side.
और यहाँ पे एक लविंग कपल, they are nude and they are kissing each other. सर ये आफ्टर प्ले है. कामसूत्र भी है, बोतलें भी है, आफ्टर प्ले भी है.
The guide is just showing to them every single part using the sun ray to monitor, as a thing which is very smart of him to do. And yes, the same sculptures, the same design over here. And also the same love, the kisses, the affection, the hugs, the touches, and the sexual positions. This is empty, unfortunately.
Look at this figure. This is a couple, male and female. She is going to offer him to drink a local liquor. She holding a pot in her hand. Some pot.
ये जिसे कलाकार ने हर चीज के ये अभी ये नहीं हम हर किसी को ही बोलते कि भी लोगों को हर तरह के लोग आते हैं. मुझे लगता है गाइड साहब तो बस सब होगा. ऐसा नहीं मैं तो आपको मत नो नहीं रखे दिखता है नो ये दिखता है ये है
अरे यहाँ तो हमें जो हम जा रहे हैं यार.
Now we're entering inside. And this is a statue of Vishnu inside.
ये कहा है जन्नत आई बना जो दहली थी वहाँ बना वो सरिया की जब दिन और रात रात ऐसे तो सरिया
God in the temple. So this temple is dedicated to Lord Vishnu. So we can see all incarnation of the Vishnu in the temples. So please come.
प्रेक्टिशनर कार्विंग है ये म्यूजिशियंस हैं डांसर्स हैं सबके बल्ब जो शरीर है ना
First is a fish, second is a tortoise, the third is a wild boar.
Who's God that one? I told you the first temple. So here, in the direction.
विष्णु का एक हैंगी अवतार है घोड़े जैसे
How do you know the statue for the man, for the woman, for the God? How make the difference? It's very simple. Lady with the breast,
Yeah.
the man normal one, and if the God is there, so the 4 arms will be.
Now we have just 2 small temples to see here, and then our tour in this marvelous place will be completely ended. The first one is Lakshmi Temple, this one. Dedicated to goddess Lakshmi. And from this you can see we have a magnificent view over the temple over there. And the other one is the Varaha Temple. And yes, just like that we can conclude our tour today in the western temple part of Khajuraho, the most amazing part here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in my next destination.